we're making noodles and cheese. It's usually a nice European dish also. Many different countries make this here, noodles and cheese. One macaroni, I pre-cooked it already. And set that on the side. And then chop up some onions. And put them right here where I have this here margarine. I usually use margarine for when I'm frying because margarine doesn't burn as quickly as butter. So I have 1 stick of margarine in there with a half of onion chopped up. Now I'm going to let that saute because that's what gives it the flavor. Alright, I'm taking my noodles and put them right into that same pot that I had boiled the noodles in. So the sauteed onions and margarine poured right into there. I'm going to mix it all up and we're going to take some cheese, yellow cheese. You don't have to have this, but I like 3 different cheeses in it. And you're just going to mix it up so those cheeses melt in it because those noodles are hot. You didn't put them under the cold water because you don't want them cold. You want them nice and hot so it melts all that cheese up. The cheese melts up real good. Take different cheeses. Any sort of cheeses you got around, you could add them to this. Just keep mixing it around. Then we're going to take half a pint sour cream, put that in. Then I'm going to use ricotta. I usually use cottage cheese, but ricotta was on sale and it's a nice richer texture, so we're going to use ricotta today. Ricotta you use, I know, for lasagna, but it's very good in this dish too because it's in the same order and it makes it more creamier. So I'm using 2 pounds of ricotta in here. There you go. Now the onions and sauteed onions and that margarine is what makes the flavor here. I have a cup of milk also. Add a cup of milk in there. So it stays nice and moist. Mix it up real good and it's all ready. As you can see, it's nice and cheesy and creamy. Pop into this pan. Like that. Okay, I'm going to add more of this ricotta cheese in here because we want to get rid of it. It's too rich and it's very creamy and it's very delicious, so we don't want to waste it. So we're going to add it on. I usually don't do this when I do it with cottage cheese. I'm just doing this because I got a lot of ricotta over. Now I'm going to add more of this. Add this on. Put it right over. A nice little casserole. Push it down nice. Looks nice and moist. We're going to cover it with foil. And cover it nicely. Airtight it, because we don't want it to dry out. And we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes in the oven. Alright, now we take this noodle casserole out of the oven. Egg noodles and cheese. And when it gets cooled off, you're just going to slice it down and serve it just like you do lasagna. You're going to square it off nice. Right now you don't want to let it cool off, but that's what you're going to do. Slice it down and then you serve each little square to individuals.